Everybody say, I'm going to be ready for the rapture. On Monday, the 29th of August, 2005, the unthinkable happened. A hurricane category 5 storm named Katrina hit New Orleans in Louisiana. The hurricane swept over the walls, the dam walls, and rushed the Mississippi River, rushed into the city of New Orleans, and caused such havoc that they said it was a storm of biblical proportions. The damage was so incredible. There was top winds of 160 miles per hour. It lifted the sea level as much as 28 foot above normal, and it threatened millions of people's lives. In fact, it left millions of people homeless. One of America's cities was turned into Atlantis, a city under the sea. Ivor van Veerden, a deputy director of the Louisiana State University Hurricane Center, said, we are talking in essence, having in the continent of the United States an evacuee camp of 1 million people. This is an incredible disaster. In fact, on Tuesday, the 30th of August, the entire city of New Orleans had to be evacuated, and the Pentagon sent in 30,000 soldiers to help 485,000 people be evacuated out the city. As I watched on the news, as it was reporting live that day, I saw hundreds of people walking aimlessly around. I saw the panic. I saw the devastation. I saw people who had lost and been separated from their loved ones. I saw a man with a photograph of his son, and he held up the photograph, and he said to the Fox TV station, he said, please ask the viewers, have they seen my son? He is my only son. And we've been separated. When the hurricane came in, a storm came in, it swept our house away, and I can't find my son. Please help me find my son. I saw another grandmother, and she had tears running down her eyes, and she said, I've been separated from my daughter and my grandchildren. I can't find my grandchildren. Can you please help me? There were people running everywhere. There was panic everywhere. There was chaos everywhere. People were screaming. People were bewildered. People were in such state of fear. Homes were flooded. People were sitting on top of homes, clinging to life. There's some houses and some buildings were on fire. People were wading through the water. There were dead bodies floating everywhere. There was toxic chemicals being released everywhere. This city had turned into a cesspool of chemical toxins. People were bewildered. They were lost. They were confused. They were frightened. They were traumatized. Yet, experts had warned New Orleans for years and years and years that the levee system was not adequate enough to protect the South Louisiana state from the Mississippi River. And now it was too late. As I watched with great sadness and concern and devastation, I felt I was watching a scene of the day after the rapture. Watching people traumatized because they can't find their family. People traumatized because their children didn't come home from school that day. People traumatized because they were sitting at work when suddenly their colleagues just vanished in thin air. I can imagine the devastation on people's lives, on people's hearts. But imagine if your family or your child disappeared and you were left behind. Imagine how the backslidden Christian would think, but I knew the rapture was coming, but I thought it wouldn't come in my lifetime. I thought I had time. The Christian who lives one day in the world and one day for the Lord, goes to the clubs on the weekends and church on Sundays, or living together. Instead of being married, they're living together, or they think it's only going to be okay. And family, it's not okay. And one day, the rapture will take place. And I'm begging us, family, all of us, let's be ready. So when Jesus returns, we will not be left behind.
Thank you for watching Dr. Bev's YouTube channel. We will continue to offer dynamic and uplifting highlights from Dr. Bev's messages. Please take the time to like and share the videos. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Keep watching the Dr. Beverly Wolmarans YouTube channel.